Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I was in the mood for a Jamaican style brunch, so that's what we're doing today. Starting with my Bammy. Bammy is one of my favorite foods. One of my favorite foods since I was a kid. It's essentially kind of like, I guess you could say, a flatbread made of cassava. It comes dehydrated, so you have to hydrate it before you cook it. And we do that by soaking it overnight in coconut milk. You can soak it in coconut milk or just plain milk. I like to do a little bit of both. So I put majority coconut milk, water that down with a little bit of milk, and soak it in the fridge overnight until it is hydrated. Bammy goes great with ackee and saltfish, but I really like using it to soak up a nice brown gravy. So I'm going to season up this nice fatty sirloin that I picked up yesterday with salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, fresh onion, fresh garlic, fresh scallion, fresh thyme, and some pimento seeds. I just cut that up, mixed it all together, and I'm going to pop that in the fridge overnight as well. And here we are the next day, super excited to get this brunch together. So I'm starting with some hot oil in a pot, and I'm going to start by just sauteing some onions and fresh garlic. Once that cooks down a little bit, I add some bell peppers. I used red bell peppers, and then I add my seasoned beef that has been marinating overnight, and it smells amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this cook and simmer down. Here we are a little bit later, I would say maybe 15 minutes or so. As you can see, it's been cooking down, releasing its own delicious gravy. But we're gonna go ahead and top that up with some boiling water and then add half of a beef bouillon cube, put it on low and let it simmer and soften up. While my beef is simmering, I'm going to get started on my provisions. And provisions are basically your starches, your yam, your potato, your boiled dumpling, your boiled banana, all of that good stuff. I didn't have most of that because I didn't actually go shopping for this meal. I really wish I had a piece of yam, but I'm just going to go ahead and use what I have, which is some potatoes and some flour. So I just have some Irish potatoes. I'm going to boil those. And then I made a simple dough, water, flour, nothing crazy, and just shape those into some dumpling. I'm going to add both of those to some hot water. Now, when you add the dumpling to the boiling hot water, they are going to sink. Once they float, they're ready. Here's my Bammy out of the fridge. It's been soaking overnight. I'm just going to use a paper towel to blot some of the excess coconut milk off. And we're going to cut this into fours, basically like a pizza, personal pizza. It must be in this shape, okay? I repeat, must. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and shallow fry that in a pan with some hot oil, about 5 to 7 minutes on each side or until golden brown. Last thing I'm going to work on is my ackee. Now, ackee and saltfish is Jamaica's national dish. I do already have a ackee and saltfish recipe on my channel. If you missed that, I will link it in the cards. Today, I'm not actually making ackee and saltfish. I'm just making ackee. So if you are vegetarian or vegan, believe me, this dish is just as delicious without the fish. It's not necessary, so definitely try it out. So yeah, I'm just going to start by sauteing my onions, my scotch bonnet, my tomatoes, and my scallions. Once that's cooked down, I'm going to add my ackee. It comes in a can in water. You want to make sure you drain the water out first and then add it to the pan. And just gently fold that in, gently saute it around the pan. You don't want to mix it up too much because it's kind of fragile. You don't want it to break down and turn into mush. So just very gently stir it around the pan. Doesn't take long to cook at all. I'm just going to be seasoning it with salt and pepper. That's it. If I was making ackee and saltfish, I would not add salt because the saltfish is very salty. So just salt and pepper for this one. Here is my Bammy, nice and golden brown, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. I've got my boiled potatoes and dumpling, my ackee, and of course, a nice stewed beef with gravy. Here we are, all plated up. This is an excellent Saturday afternoon brunch. So yeah, let me know what time y'all coming over.